Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I decided to do something different today. I'm not going to sing a song today, and I'm not going to do my hair today because I did that a few days ago. See, my hair is still kind of straight. It's good, all good. So today I'm going to do another one of my passions, which is, as you can, if you look around, look in the background of my room, my books. I have a lot. I do. So I decided to start doing maybe once a week discussions of taking a book and then finding discussion questions online and then answering the questions online. So let's so the book so let's begin. The book today I decided to do was the first book that got me into reading, the book that I fell in love with, the book to this day I love and I will always love. Might need to get a new book because I use this book a lot. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now, this book is huge. Not huge, but it's huge to some people. The best thing about it, the first time I read it, I was in second grade. That's why my reading skills are so good. So I went online and I found some great discussion questions, and I think we're gonna start. So I'm gonna be using my phone to read the questions to you guys. So I have the book out because some of the questions have page numbers on it, and I can go to the page and I can read the sentence out to you guys what it's about, and then I can answer the question. So this discussion guide has 19 questions. I don't know if I'll do them all, but we'll see. Because I don't want this video to be longer than an hour. Because I don't have an hour to do anything, literally. Even though we're in this thing, I'm always doing something, and I think I found time to do it, so I'm gonna do it. So let's start with number one. The first question we have on this discussion question is, why does Dumbledore decide to have Harry grow up with the Dursleys rather than one of the wizards' families? How does Harry's experience with his relatives build his character? Well, first of all, when you think of Dumbledore leaving Harry, I don't think, he wants Harry to grow up not to be spoiled, because if you continue on in the books, you realize that his father was spoiled, rotten, and he was a little bit bully. He grew out of it, but he was a bully. But I think people have the chance to grow out of what happened, so you can't hold it against James Potter, first of all. But Dumbledore was scared that Harry would grow up like that. And also with that, Harry was known as the boy who lived. Any family that got him that wasn't on Voldemort's side would have raised him higher and spoiled him higher than they needed to be. Meaning that if they raised him with other kids, I think the parents sometimes, you never know, I'm not saying anything about within families, but sometimes they would raise him to be a celebrity and spoiled, and he would not have the character he had in the book. Number one. Number two, I know some people say Dumbledore should have known that Harry was being abused mentally and was being abused emotionally and physically. Not a lot physically, but mostly mentally. Physically, too, because he was worked to the bone. So, because I think if Dumbledore knew that, he would have taken Harry out of there and raised him himself. But Dumbledore also couldn't raise himself because Dumbledore is the headmaster. He is the he's the head wizard. Not Lord, let me get the right words because I know it in my head, but he has so many titles that it is so. Okay, he is the headmaster. Dumbledore also. He's the supreme mugwort and chief warlock of the wizard knot. Means he's like under the Minister for Magic, and he's also on the ICW. So he has a lot of jobs. So Dumbledore wouldn't have had the time to raise Harry. Number two, the second part of the question, how does his experience help Harry? Harry was abused, yes, but because of that, he had a more in depth thing of looking into people and seeing past it a little bit. Like when you see him with Draco Malfoy, you see he has a rivalry with him. But if you watch the movies and you read the books, I think Harry sees past Draco a little bit and seeing that he can't really blame Draco for how he is. Draco was like that because that's how you're raised. And as you go deeper in the books, once you get to number 6, you see Draco starting to tilt her. I'm not going to delve deep in this, but the reason Harry trusted Draco, if you read on in 6 and 7, is because he knew that Draco was doing all this to save his mom. So you can see he could. It wasn't prominent in the beginning, but as Harry go, you can see he could see past people's facades and see who they are truly, and that's why he trusted Draco later in life. Number 2, Harry also became very, I want to say, not an empath, but kind of like that. He considered people's feelings, which is the only way he could have helped mediate between Ron and Hermione because they fought like cats and dogs. So yeah. Also, I think Harry learned how to greater capacity to love people because of that. Because if you watch him, Harry has never truly killed a human being. I said human being for a reason. Harry killed the snake in number 2, but he felt sad about it. I think he would have felt sad about it because I don't think Harry has it in him to kill anybody. And people say, "Oh, he killed Voldemort." No, he did not. Technically, I would say technically he didn't kill him because what he did was backfire Voldemort's spell right back at him. So technically, Voldemort killed himself. And then people say, "Oh, but he killed the Horcruxes." Horcruxes may have been Voldemort's soul, but they were not people. Voldemort gave it up. Those were just things to keep him alive. I don't really count them as humans. And then people will tell me, but then if you do that, then that means the main piece, the Voldemort that came back, is not human. He is still human. That is the piece that's walking around. That is the piece that's controlling people. That is the piece that is planning everything. That is the human. The Horcruxes are not. So Harry has never really killed anybody. I think his uncle and his aunt just mashed it out of him. And I would like to think that the way Harry was treated also helped Dudley later in life because I think he would see, oh my gosh, I don't want my kid. I don't want to become like my parents in a way. Look at this. My parents treated Harry bad, but then Harry's saving us. So that's question number 1. I think I should get off of that question too because that took a while. All right, question number 2. Why does it take so long for Harry's wand to choose him when he visits Diagon Alley? What's so special about his wand? Why does Ollivander, say the wand chooses the wizard? Number 1, I think Harry's wand took so long because remember, Harry was a Horcrux. I think his magic was fighting Dumbledore. His magic was not Dumbledore, sorry. His magic was fighting Voldemort, so it was stuck in his head with that scar. So his magic is fighting that. Also, Harry Potter is very strong. He doesn't like to show it, but Harry had an immense amount of magic. And I think if he wasn't pushed down as a kid to not be as smart, I think he could have challenged Hermione for number 1 spot. But Harry just kiltered to be enough so he wouldn't have to leave. But he was so smart. And his magic was so strong. I think it took a while because his magic was fighting Voldemort, but also his magic's like trying to find the right. I think Harry's wand could use anything. And Harry could use anything, but I think he had to his magic wanted a special wand. And his wand knew what he needed in the future. He needed that other wand to protect him. His magic, I think, protects him and knows that, oh my gosh, we're going to fight this person in the future, so we need something that will protect us. So why not choose the brother wand? Because Prairie Eagle taught him the brother wands cannot fight each other. He's like, this will protect. The wand was thinking, his magic and his magic was thinking, this wand will protect him. Because Voldemort cannot kill him with this wand. Number 2. Well, I explained part 2 of the question. His wand is the brother wand of Voldemort. Only 2 feathers in the world came from Fox. Voldemort got one, Harry got one. So, also, I think Fox also knew, like, oh my gosh. I think Fox gave up the second feather. He's like, oh my gosh, he saw how Voldemort was going. And it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta protect something. So he made another wand. I don't think he knew it long, but I think Fox made another wand to just for this purpose. When Voldemort says the wand chooses the wizard, I don't like it, but I don't like it in a way that I don't think it's just the wand. I think the wand and the magic chooses its wizard. The wand and the magic interact with each other and decide, okay, I think the wand and the and magic interact, saying like, okay, this wand is not good enough for this person because it's too weak. This wand, no, I don't think he's gonna go excel in this subject, so this material is not good. So I think the wand and the magic talk and work each other out, and then they decide they find the perfect match. Like, oh yes, this is the perfect fit. Next question. Oh, good. When Harry first meets Malfoy, he reminds him of Dudley. How are these two alike? How are they different? Alright, let's be clear. The two of them are alike because they're both spoiled, rotten, have no boundaries, think their parents are the greatest thing on earth. Everything. The only difference I see in the two of them right now, in book one, the only difference I saw, one had magic, one did not. That is the only difference between the two of them. To me. People may see other things. But I think Malfoy and Dudley are the same thing. For now. Because I think by book 5, Dudley grew up book 6, I think Dudley grew up as saying, oh my gosh, I can't be like this. Because when Harry saved him, like, he started thinking, I think when Harry saved Dudley in book 5, he's like, oh my gosh, Harry saved me. I was a jackass to this person, but he saved me. I think that would be like a mirror to Dudley saying like, oh my gosh, why am I so mean to this person who has done nothing to me? And I think that happened. I think that would happen to Dudley. I hope it would happen to Dudley, and he would start to think and change himself in a way, saying like, okay, I can't act like this. What my parents taught me is not right, because I could go to jail and everything. Jail, dead, everything. Because my parents didn't teach me boundaries. So I think Dudley changed. Malfoy changed too, so I think they changed the same around the same time. Because Malfoy got disillusioned with the Dark Lord because that ain't nothing. Dark Lord didn't save nothing. Dark Lord wanna kill him. Dark Lord would kill him if he did mistakes. Like, oh my gosh, what did my father get me into? Dark Lord, he got disillusioned real quick. The only reason he stayed there was because of his mom. I'm not saying anything but his father because his father is a coward. Lucius Malfoy, I do not care for. You spoiled your son, and let's not get into that. I'll probably do character reviews another time. But I answered that question. Number 4. Why do Harry and Ron dislike Hermione in the beginning? How does their friendship help her grow? What qualities and strengths do each of them bring to their adventures? Part 1 of the question. Harry and Ron did dislike Hermione in the beginning. And I can't say it, I would dislike that person too. Because first, with Hermione, how should I say this? Hermione in the beginning was a know-it-all. And I don't like people like that. And I don't think she realized she was being a know-it-all. I realized later she didn't realize. But Hermione had a way of talking to people, saying things to people saying like she knows everything and they're just dumb for not knowing. That is the problem with Harry and Ron. Hermione came into the wizarding world thinking that the wizarding world is going to be the same as the Muggle world. It is not. They separated almost 1,000 years ago. So they're still stuck a little bit in medieval times. And Hermione grew up in the 1990s to the 2000s. You know nothing. You cannot come into the wizarding world and tell wizards what they should know. They know more than her already, but she made it seem like they didn't. And I can understand why Ron was upset with her. Harry was upset with her also because she was a know-it-all and she's making people feel less than they were. So I can understand that. Their friendship grows after they save her. Now, at the one time in the beginning, I did not like Ron for what he did. Hermione was wrong too for trying to project. She was trying to help him, but she helped in the wrong way. You ask someone to help. You don't tell them this is how you do it. You're doing it wrong. Blah blah blah. You just in Ron's mind, he's like he already feels lesser than his brothers right now. You Hermione were just pushing him lower than his mindset had him. So he already had enough. So when and I say Hermione is wrong for that, even though she didn't know, she was wrong for that because she, like I said before, Hermione coming into the wizarding world telling wizards who are raised in this world that they don't know, they are not as smart as her, is wrong. Ron was wrong because he let his temper get the best of him and said something so hateful. You can't, and that was one of Ron's problems. You can't let your emotions run you so bad. You say something that is so hurtful that it could put someone else in danger, because that is what he did. He didn't realize it, but that is what he did. If he never said anything, Hermione would have never been in that bathroom, and it would have been. No. Now, after they become friends, they helped each other. Harry and Ron tempered Hermione, and Hermione, I think, pushed Harry and Ron to do better in their work and to think outside the box. Being so that Hermione learned that, I think they started talking like, okay, Hermione, you can't do this because you're making people feel this sort of way. I think that helped her. And with Ron, and I think with Hermione, she talks to Ron and said, like, she finally understands what's going on with Ron after she talks about his family and talks about all that. I think she's saying, like, Ron, I think. Sorry, just a second. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to do something real quick. Just like that. Why did my throat? I've been talking a lot. Now, what was I saying? Third part of the question. Third part of question 4. What qualities and strengths did each of them bring to their adventures? Simple. That question is very simple. Hermione is the brains. Half the time, Ron and Harry would have been dead without Hermione. Ain't no mistake in it, no question about it. Ron brings the strategy, and that is his gift. Ron can plan things great. That is why he's a great chess player. Harry is the heart and the courage and the humility that both of them need. That is what it needed. Question number 5. Why does Dumbledore give Harry the cloak of invisibility? And why is the cloak so important to Harry? First of all, I like to say that it was dumb of Dumbledore to give it. You cannot give a little remote invisibility and expect him to not make trouble. I said it. People might be mad at me. That's what I said. Now, the reason he had to give it back, though, I would say he had to give it back because, one, it belongs to Harry. It's his dad's. It's been in his family for generations since the Peverell brothers. Number two, the cloak is important because it's like one of the last things he has of his father. And if your parents die, you cling to everything they have. Cling to what you can keep that's sentimental to you. So I would say he clinged to that blanket. He clinged to that cloak. So that's it. Number 6. Does the importance of the mirror of Eris said and the meaning of its name? Discuss the I said it wrong. Discuss the importance of the mirror of Erised and the meaning of its name. Dumbledore tells Harry, it shows us nothing more or less than our deepest, most desperate desires of our heart. However, this mirror will give us neither knowledge or truth. What does he mean in this? And what would you see if you looked in the mirror? Alright, the mirror of Erised, or the mirror of desire, whichever one you want to say. The importance of this story, one, it showed Harry the mirror because he needed to know about it for later. I get it, it's a plot device. But also, it teaches us, it shows you what you want. And it shows you sometimes what you want is not what's best for you. Because the mirror is known to drive people insane. Seeing things you want, and just sitting there and watching yourself have it is not going to help you get it. So, the mirror, I think the mirror just, you should know what your heart wants, and you should know how to work towards it. And if it is someone who has died, the best thing you can do is live your life the best. So when you see them again, you can say, even though you died, I lived the best. I lived my best life, so I can come here and tell you that you died. I didn't stop. I did what you taught me to do. I persevered and I did more. And I helped. I did something to help everybody. Someone, not everybody, someone important. When Dumbledore told him that line, he's telling them, you can't just sit and look in a mirror. Let me use my phone. You can't sit, look into something, and just sit there and watch life pass you by. Because watching this mirror is not going to help you. If you want something so bad, work towards it. Do everything you can to work towards it. Sitting in front of a mirror and just wishing it is not going to help you. It will not. And now, last question, what would I see? If I looked in the mirror, I would see myself having a family. I believe in love, and I believe in family and everything. I want to have my own family. So that's what I would see. Number 7. I love this question. Why do you think Harry and Professor Snape dislike each other so much? Lord, we can have a discussion this for so long. Snape hates Harry because it always reminds him that Lily chose James. And to Snape, that was the ultimate betrayal, even though he loved her. Because Lily choosing the one person who made his life hell was wrong. But the problem with Snape was he didn't realize that when the problem is you gave her that path to choose when you decided to go towards the dark arts and you decided to listen to Lucius. You gave him the chance to do it. And I cannot be mad at Lily because James grew. And I'd like to believe that he would have apologized to Snape if anything ever happened. He grew. So you cannot blame Lily for falling in love with the person who changed. Snape decided to be bitter and join the Dark Lord. Lily would not have forgiven him. I would like to say she would, but she wouldn't. Now Harry hates him because he sees him just as this celebrity person. And the thing with Snape that gets me annoyed, you want to be mad at Harry and James because James is a bully to you. We get that. But by doing what you're doing, you are doing what James did to you. Even though Snape is not guilty in this. Never think that. Snape fought back just as much, I believe. Snape fought back against... No, Snape fought back. Let's not play anything. But you cannot be mad at someone doing something and then do this, turn around, do the same thing to their child who has done nothing to you. That makes you worse than James in my picture. And worse than James because I can't be mad at James at all because he grew. He changed. He tried to fix himself. He changed for the person he loved. Lily would have done nothing with him if he did not change and act different. So Snape was a bitter little person. Even though he protected Harry, he did everything to save Harry. And in the end, Harry liked him. But to me, James, at that time, when I first read the book, he was bitter and mean. And he was just as bad as James and worse in my picture for what you did to Harry. Even though you had to play that part. No, you have to do that part. You can play that part with everyone, but he had to go harder on Harry because he still had that resentment to his father. So that, we're going to stop there because I could do a whole video on just how bad I hate Snape. Let's continue on. I answered these other questions in a video, but I stopped it because I had to do something. So I'm going to see if I can edit it. If not, I'll just put it up and it'll be 8, 9, 10, and 11. But the next question I'm going to answer is this. J.K. Rowling had great fun creating names of people, places, and spells in the story. How does the name give us clues? So the name I want to explore is Voldemort. Because I know it must be like, well, why did Voldemort? You can explore Harry Potter, Draco, everyone, Severus Snape, after the whole thing I did. But I want to explore Voldemort. Voldemort's name is a French word meaning flight from death. That is telling because Voldemort did everything he could to run from death. Because I think that fear right there just tells you he's so afraid of death because he knows that when he dies, he's going to be in for more pain than ever. No, another reason I picked Voldemort because I do like him as a character. And I do believe if Dumbledore or just one of his teachers just stepped in and took him from that orphanage and showed him, Voldemort would have never been, and the magical world could have flourished even more. Because I believe that Voldemort had so many gifts, and I think if he had someone just to say, because he grew up just like Harry in a place that hated him. The difference is, when Harry went to school, he found friends who helped him. Voldemort did not. He had to go into the worst. He went into Slytherin, and Slytherin was purebloods who were horrible to mudbloods. Because Voldemort, in definition, is a mudblood. His mother was a witch, and his father was a muggle. They would have been tortured. They would have been downright mean to him. If he'd just gone to Ravenclaw, I think he would have flourished. Because Voldemort was so smart. And if I think he had one person, just one, who could have been kind to him, or a teacher who could see what was going on with him, they could have saved him, and he could have been the best person in the world. I think he could have been the greatest Aurora or the greatest minister in the world. But he did not have that one person to come save him. So in that point, I can understand why he goes like, well, if these people, this Wizarding World, he doesn't, because I don't think he wants to rule the Wizarding World. He wants to destroy it. Because if the Muggle world, they fight, they do all that. We know that. But the Wizarding World, and I think his mind was like, I went here, they could have saved him. And I think he sees it like, you could have helped me. You could have saved me. I did not have to go back to this place that abused me, tarnished me, physically, mentally, and you may physically, mentally abuse this boy. And you just send him back to that every year. You cannot say that's not going to turn someone. And people say, but Harry didn't turn. Harry had people who believed in him. First, it was Hagrid, who taught him, like, your parents loved you when they showed him this. When he showed him that vault in the book, it's like, your parents prepared for you. They loved you. They left you this. They loved you. So Harry was showing his parents that his parents loved him. Then Ron, for bringing him, saying, doesn't matter who you are, I'll be your friend. Hermione telling him, you are smart. His teachers besides Snape telling him, you know, I can see your parents in you. Some people might say, but I think Harry saw that, like, I can see the good in me. Because my parents died for me. The goodness that they left is me. And it's my chance to do it. Voldemort didn't have that chance. Even if you can say his parents screwed up badly. His mom spelled his father. And when she finally took it off, his father abandoned him. I can understand you being mad at her. But even if you didn't like it, that boy was your son. You left a baby with his mother. A person who was so unstable. And you just throw him away because of what the mother did. That is horrible. Even though I know what happened to him is wrong, a child has nothing to do with it. He could have made sure he was adopted to an amazing family. But doing that, he just started that breaking of a little boy's heart. And by the time Voldemort / Tom of Volo Riddle went to school, his heart was so fragile that every time he was rejected, it just broke. And the only way he could save himself was to turn to the dark arts. I'm telling you, Voldemort's character is amazing because you can see him, you can see all the bad he's done, but you can just go backtrack and you can see all of it points back to no one in the wizarding world helped him at all. And he was sorted into the house that broke him. Alright. So, those are some of the questions. No. Those are some of the questions I'm answering now. So those are the ones with number 1. I'm telling you, Harry Potter. I think this series can give you a lot of life lessons. You see a boy, from growing up feeling like nothing, go to some place where they just show him love and he grows. He learns lessons. He learns how to control himself. He learns a lot of things. This book teaches you humility. It teaches you to fight for what you believe in. It teaches you that no matter where you come from, you can do anything. So that's why I love this book. I implore you guys, if you haven't read it, read it. And if you read it, read it again and just go online and find some discussion questions, answer them, and you'll see your mind you will just see things in a different way. Because by the time it changes, when I read this in 2nd grade, it was just a magical story. Reading it now is a story of hope. The story of working hard. The story of believing in yourself to do anything. So, looks like I actually got it done under an hour, and that's great. What I do want to do also is to show you some of the other Harry Potter stuff I have right now, because I don't know when I'm going to do it again. So, you see me on my bed. I'm telling you. Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. So no, I told you I'm a Harry Potter fan. If you haven't read all the books, get the other stuff that she has done. When she did it, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it, I got it. First one, J.K. Rowling wrote wrote out the Fantastic Beasts. This is the book that Harry learned from when he did his third year. He had this book on his list too. Fantastic by Newt Scamander, as in the author of the main character of the new series. When you read this, I'm like, oh my god, she put such in-depth details with this. It was so amazing. And the thing I love about it is the foreword she wrote as Albus Dumbledore. And I love that she put these little quirks in it. Like this one, it says, to appear only in Wizard version. I'm like, oh my gosh, that means in the Harry Potter world, there are books and these in the Muggle world. But it's like a mystery, it's a myth book, so that'd be great. Newt Scamander did good. Now, it does have a place where you can put your name on it, but I don't want to write in it, because, you can see, I read these, but I don't want to read so much that's going to break, but I try to keep them in as nice condition as I can. And that's the great thing is, she had Dumbledore. Sorry. Ooh. Not Dumbledore, Newt Scamander. I had a foreword written by Newt. That is amazing. And then the other thing I love at the bottom, like, editor's note. I'll tell you, this book is like, it's like you are in the Wizarding World, and this book will help you be in there. Editor's note. For Muggles edition, usually go off. Obvious fiction. All good fun, nothing to worry about. Hope you enjoy it. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Now, this book, you must read this book. The Tales of Beels and Bars. Because all you read in the 7th book is the last one, but the other stories are amazing. Babbity Rabbity and, oh my gosh. Babbity Rabbity. And one story is just plain dark, but it is just good. Another good thing about this book is like the premise of this book is it's the book that Dumbledore gave to Hermione. So that's another amazing thing. Also, because I say this the one I gave Hermione, I think, because at the end of this story, she wrote, in a way, Albus Dumbledore's notes about each story. It is so cool. Also, another cool thing about this book. I'm trying to get what I need from it. He gives you an in-depth version. Well, J.K. Rowling writes as Dumbledore an in-depth version of the tales of the brothers, the Pepperell brothers, with the cloak, the stone, and the wand. And of course, last but not least, Quidditch Through the Ages. All the rules of Quidditch are there. Even if you could play Quidditch for real life with this book, without the brooms, as long as you know these rules. Number 2, another great thing. I love J.K. Rowling with these books. She's like trying to pull you more into the Wizarding world. She wrote in the book, like, this is the library book that Harry had in the beginning. Because, as you can see, it's the library page. And you know, when you do a library, you put your name and the date you take it. And the name is overdue. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You have Ron, who was the first one who got it. And it was overdue. And someone right beside her stinks. He was overdue. Then you see Neville got it, then Susan Bones, and Hermione. then Padma, then Ernie, then Millicent, then Hermione again, and then Draco. Why Draco took this book out, I don't know, because he had loved to say in the beginning, my father did this, so his father could have bought it a book. So, now I know it's not official Harry Potter merchandise, but when I saw it, I have to have it. It is the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook. Telling you, they have a recipe for cauldron cakes. Need I say more? Telling you, I think I can find that recipe. Look at this, pumpkin pasties, pumpkin juice. I ain't doing that recipe, I don't think, because I like pumpkin like that. Yeah, the British pies, lots of them. Hagrid's rock cakes. But probably this would taste better. The recipe for Harry's first cake. The one Hagrid bought for him. Now, that's a weird thing to wait. How could Hagrid bake a cake for Harry, but his rock cakes taste horrible? Someone has the answer to that, tell me, please. I would love to know. Oh, Harry's favorite, trickle fudge. Who wouldn't like it? It's fudge, chocolate. Who wouldn't like it? They even have in here a French soup that Creature makes. Creature. I'm telling you. I could go on and on in this book. One day I will make a video, you guys, of me making one of the recipes in this book. It will be so good. And the last thing I got to show you is I got it last year for the first time ever. I went to Universal Studios in Florida. I went to Harry Potter World. Oh my God. If you haven't been and you're a Harry Potter fan, go. Diagon Alley is amazing. And Hogsmeade is amazing. I went to Hogsmeade and I ate at Madame Rosa's. Oh my God. It was so good. So I went there and you cannot go. I could have bought it online, but no, I want to experience it. I went to Ollivander's. Sorry, upside down. I went to Ollivander's and I got my wand. So the experience there, you can get the wands of people. You can get Harry's, Ron, Hermione, Dumbledore's. You can get Narcissa's wand. Narcissa Malfoy. Now, they are a little steep if you don't. They cost $55 plus tax. I decided not to get a replica. They make wands of just different things, plain ones, and you ask them, and they ask you, what kind of wand do you want? I told them I went on my birthday, August 12th, I want a wand. I want a wand to represent with my birthday. And I received, let me pull it up for you guys, and I'm going to tell you. A second. Sorry, gotta pull up the website. Telling you. Yeah, shop at Cali to go on the website. Sorry, not brand, not category, brand. And you click Harry Potter. Then you click collectibles. And then you click interactive wands. I got the interactive wand. All right. So here we go. I pulled the site. I got, ta-da, the hazel wand. So pretty. My wand, see, it's got hazelwood in the bottom, a smooth top. This is my wand. The great thing about when you pay $55, it's an interactive wand. So when you're in the park, you can do spells with this wand. You just gotta go to different places. With the wand comes a map, and it tells you where in Hogsmeade. Sorry, let's drop something. Where in Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley or Nocturne Alley where you can use the spells. And it tells you the movements and everything. So, the spells on this thing, you can use Tarantangla, Incendio, Metelio Jinx, Silencio, Specialist Revelio, Wingardium. Sorry, gotta go by one. Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo, Locomotobelos, Augmenti, and Descendo. And then when you go to Nocturne Alley, you can use Locomotor Chimney Sweep, Mimwimble, Incendio, and Alohomora. Now when you get to Hogsmeade, telling you can use Incendio again, Arresto Momentum, Revelio, Herbicus, Ascendio, and Descendio, Locomotor Snowman, Locomotor Arresto Momentum, Alohomora, and Wingardium Leviosa. I had so much fun. I didn't do all of it because the day I went, sadly, last year, it was raining. It was raining on and off, so I couldn't do everything I wanted to. And I don't think I'm going in this year because I don't know when these things will reopen again. Because when I do go down to Florida, I like to do Disney and Universal and SeaWorld. I make the most of my vacation. So, I want to do everything. But I had so much fun, and I had fun playing with my wand. The good thing, even though you have this, I might get another one. But this is the one that represents me, and I'll tell you. It tells you online what the wand is for. Hazelwood, the wood in my wand represents. Hazelwood is associated with wisdom, protection, and magical skills. Hazel people are often wise beyond their years. They make inspiring teachers, combining creative talent and practical knowledge. Hazel people should be sure they take the time to share their gifts with others. And I think that describes me. I love helping people. And I love doing things for others. So this wand kind of represents me. I wonder next time next time I might get a wand to tell me what my parents are. So let me get a wand for my mom. Get a wand for what my mom would be. So I keep it in its box because Ollivander says the wand chooses the wizard and this wand chooses me. Also, take care of your wand. Your wand is your friend. I tell you, the box is so nice. And I also love when you watch a movie, it has even the sticker that Ollivander had in the movies. It's amazing. I got another one, but next year I might also maybe get a wand because there's a wand shop for Grigorievich. Get one from Grigorievich. That would be amazing. So I'll have another wand. So thanks for listening to my channel. I probably will do another discussion about another book. The next book I probably do would have to be my favorite series from Nora Roberts. And that would be hard to pick because she wrote a lot of series. I do know the one series I will not be doing is is Morgan's Cross series. I truly did not like that set, and I love everything she writes. So for me not to like it, it's just like I just didn't get into the story. It was written amazing. I'm not gonna front Nora Roberts anything. It's just that series did not click with me, and you can tell I did not like that series because up there, right behind my unicorn, there, those are the only books literally that looked unused because I have not read them again since I bought them. I started buying these books in high school. Let me tell you, my mom was great. She gave me and my siblings $60 every 2 weeks for lunch. I took at least half of that money, and bought books. Only problem is when I bought them, I read them too fast. And then I was younger. I read Harlequin. I love Harlequin too. So I'll get onto that another time. I'll give you a video of showing you all my books because this is not all of them. There's there. I have more there. I have more in a box upstairs. I'm telling you, I have a lot. So thanks for listening. Please subscribe. If you can, tell your friends, please. I want to push this videos and more. I want to see people watching them. If you have a song that you want me to sing, do it. Send me a DM on Instagram. My DM is Alyna, Alyna, all lowercase, _Rose69. DM me. I'm on Facebook. Just follow my name, Alyna. My picture's there. My face is different because I tell you I wear wigs a lot. So, thank you. Bye.